Outer Orange. Hello! Welcome. So I think it was this morning that Dexander posted some actual profiles of Lyrical Monasterio coming out. It might have been yesterday, I don't exactly know the time zone, but long story short, we actually got some deck profiles of decks that have been succeeding and winning in Lyrical Monasterio, and I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about them, kind of to show you guys the results and how it is, as I'm big into Vanguard research and stuff like that, so I kind of just wanted to briefly kind of go over what we saw in the first week of, not even the first week, pretty much the first couple days of Lyrical Monasterio being out. So let's go do that! Yeah! Oh, that made me dizzy. So I am here on the Dexander blog website. If you guys don't know, I'll leave you guys I'll link in the description that you also can follow along with this. Dexander does a lot of stuff like this, like it just, you know, to tournament results and all this stuff, just all over different shops and stuff like that, what's topping, what's winning. I've talked about him in the past in my research videos, so I highly recommend that you check out their stuff. I think it's really useful. But we are here, I am here in the lyrical specific one, just kind of showcasing like what's been winning. And as you guys could tell, bunch of Clarissa, bunch of Lorone. We have some Felty Rosa and some Steel. I hope I said that correctly, Steel, because I mispronounced it last time, and I just want to say I'm sorry. This is kind of what I expected this to look like. Not trying to I'm personally the kind of person where I'd rather see a deck fully perform before I start, start analyzing it further. But honestly, the two that I was expecting to see the most was definitely Lorone and Clarissa, and then everything else I feel like has like a chance. It just kind of depends on how the deck building works with it. But yeah, so these are the games. Let's go ahead and look at some Clarissa list here. So we got our crits going on, we got some draws, and we got the skills of searching for stuff, our restanding girl, and then we have the ride line going on, and of course we have the order. And yeah, so pretty much the whole gimmick here is that you ride into her, you ride into your main girl, and then you search for all your pieces, you search for more of your pieces, you restand, you draw a ton, and you just kind of have this beautiful engine of just attacking and board wiping your opponent. This order definitely can carry you. I know some people have been talking about that there's no reason to draw, as she lets you draw like with some, if she hits, like you draw stuff anyway. So it's kind of debating like if this is necessary. I personally would probably put the draws in just so you can hit the orders faster, but like I said, I'm still kind of experimenting with this deck. So that's pretty much how this list looks. I'm assuming that some of these lists are going to look pretty similar to this, and the only difference will be mainly triggers. But let's go ahead and see what other lists we have for Clarissa. So again, they're running the draws, they're running our restanding girl, running the girl, running the other girl, running this girl. Pretty much nothing here is too different. Again, the 4 orders and the crits. So this is actually a very similar list to what we expect. Pretty much what I expected. They do run this girl. I found her. So this is at the end of the battle, this unit attacked while boosted. If you played an order this turn, put this unit to stolen counter charge. I see. So it's a counter charging mechanic. Pretty interesting to see. I kind of forgot that this is the one that counter charges, but yeah, not too bad, not too bad. So this is when your other rearguard in earnest and his card name is retired during your opponent's turn. If this unit is on a rearguard circle, you can still blast this card and put the retired unit back in your hand. So it's a nice way to replenish your board essentially without losing your board. So it's a pretty overall good card. But yeah, so this is pretty much the same engine that we saw earlier, so nothing too different here. Let's see if we see anything change throughout these. This one's a nice big list for us. So here we have our ride line, of course, with our persona ride. We have the 4 over trigger, 2 draw for this one, 7 crits, sorry, 9 crit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 9 crit in this deck. So let's draw more crits, and we still got the heal triggers, still got our girl, our PGs. Oh, we got this girl in here. So it says when put on guard cycle, soul blast, use one of your earnests until the end of the turn, it gets 10k power. And it does stay until the end of that battle. So it's not too bad. So it's kind of a defensive mechanic. So this is I actually did not know this was an earnest type of order or type of skill. So yeah, so she pretty much lets you have an extra defense. So if your opponent is trying to swing for higher numbers, this gives 10k power. I actually don't disagree with this. I think this is a nice tech for, Bastion matchups, Bruce matchups. Actually, this is pretty nice. I kind of like that spice in there, that hidden spice. I like that. Let's see, we got some more Clarissas going on here. Ooh, very pretty, very pretty. So we got 8 crit over trigger. Draws, so this is the usual, and they run this girl. Does when this unit is placed on guard circle, which is when you rear guards with Ernest's card name, and return to your hand. Perform drive checks and abilities at the end of the battle, even when an attacked unit disappears. Interesting. So it's just another way to tech in that extra just recovery in case you don't want your stuff dying. I think that's all right. I actually think the other girl is better in my opinion, but I'm not too sure. I would have to experiment to kind of see the full fledged. And again, we have our girl here. She's back. And then we have our 5k power buff, stance, and searcher. And pretty much all the stuff. Now, it has nothing too different aside from this little tech right here. Talk about Felty Rosa after I talk about Lorone. So let's check out Lorone, see what's going on here. So Lorone is all about the orders. You see, we got the Shield Girl, Power Girl, our beefy orders, our crits, and our power buffs right here. They're running 4 and 4. Here, lots of draw. I guess they just want to see these soon, even though the ride line does let you see them. The ride line lets you search for your orders if you choose to. Pretty generic. I think this is how most Lorone lists will be. So one of these, 8 total of these, and you're just good to go. Because these are your main 2 orders that you want to see and use as soon as possible, and then you have like your backup order. I don't expect these to change too much throughout. So yeah, so we got our beef unit. This just really high shield value for every order that you have in your order zone. I believe this gets 5k. It's just with a soap blast. This just stacks like crazy. And then we got our beefy unit. Got 4 of these, 3 of the 1 and 1 of this. So they're only running a total of 8 orders in this deck. I guess they decide not to run the full 9, but that's perfectly fine. And we running extra of these. I guess they just want that extra boosters. And then they're running the 4 draw. And I believe this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 crits. 7 crits. Another Lorone. This one's running the 4, 4, 1. 4 crits, 4 crits. This one's going all crits. This one's going like beefy crits. And I support this. I support the beefy crits. I would actually up this one. I just think this card's just too good right now to not up. But I would lower on one of these and up on this. I just think this card's just kind of strong. But we'll test this deck a little bit, but I'm not like super secure on how I feel like what should be like the best. But I do think that running 9 of these is definitely like a good spot. Or 8 if you just feel that you don't need like the one extra crit, maybe you can lower a crit, but it's not bad. And then we have going on in, we have another, what the heck is going on here? That's pretty funny. So for this one's running a brutality crit as well. This is very interesting to see. And they actually run one of these just for extra 10k power, a 10k shield value. I see they're going for the shield, and they kind of lowered on this. I would just up this honestly, but yeah, it's fine. And they do run one of the summer one that also gives like an extra power. They run actually 2 of our spring. I think this is the spring one. They're just going full on order spree right here. They got 3, 6, 10 orders total. They ain't playing around with these orders. They ain't playing around with these crits either. They ain't playing around. This deck has like a little bit of everything. They just they want it all. They want it all. So next we have is another Lorone list. Oh, that got the pretty shiny. Got the shinies here. Oh, it's a lot of shiny here. So again, they're doing the 8 order approach with the semi draw going in here. They even got the clamp over trigger going on here. Man, they got a lot. They're running one of these. I don't know if this is actually part of the deck or not, but this is just a good early, like, you know, top deck, call it, put the bottom type of thing. So I guess just an extra push. Pretty. This is just like a very SP deck. I love this part, by the way. This part makes me really happy. Just won't let that know. I'll let that be known. This will be me. And we have another one going on. So just pretty normal from what I'm seeing here. They do run the draws for their engine. Nothing too unusual here. We've seen the full 9, so just another one of those. And last but not least, we have Card Nation. They're running also very similar engine I'm seeing. They're going full crit with some extra draw power. And then let's see what their orders are like. Looks like they got 3, 1. Yeah, they got 8. They got 8 total right here, and then they're running the extra beefy stuff or whatever they want. They do run this girl. Okay, so I actually can't find this card. I think this is a trial deck card, if I'm not mistaken. I have everything in proxy form except the trial stuff, so it's possible that that's what this is. So I'm actually not sure. Sorry about that. I don't want to give you guys false information, but I actually don't remember exactly what she does, so I'll just let it go. But she looks super cute though, so at least she's adorable. And that's pretty much it for the Lorone list. Let's go to Felty Rosa. Felty Rosa, we got our here's the bride. We got our girl that that pretty much gets herself off the board. Both of these do, so that way you can secure your multi attacks. We got this girl, our counter charger's back. I got some extra beef, they believe this is the restanding girl. This one's the one that gives power. Oh, she gets power. You so blast 2, you get 15k. It's pretty high. I'm seeing they're running the gems here. They've got the grade 1 ghosties. And yeah, lots of draw because you want to cleanse you these pieces as quickly as possible, so I can understand this and you got some crit. But the way this happens is that you put these out and then they actually make themselves disappear. And that way when you attack with Felty Rosa, the 2 normal units that you get in your drive check, you can then call back out. You can call back this or, you know, whatever it is, you can get back out. So this will actually help. She puts herself into Soul 2, if I'm not mistaken. So with that being said, you actually you can kind of help yourself there as well. So I understand this engine. The gems is very interesting. I'm assuming this is just to get to those pieces even faster because this deck is very piece reliant. So if you miss your engine, you kind of have like very vanilla turns. You can start very strong and then kind of pull off very quickly. So I totally see like why they're pushing for this extra draw that they got going on here. We got another one, Tetsuya. So this is another similar engine of you knocking down your stuff, and they're running even more of this girl as As I mentioned, she does put herself into soul, as you guys can see here, and she countercharges too. So this is really actually a good tech. I actually didn't even think about this tech. I think this is good. And then we got, oh, they're running the Singing Girl. Counterblast, discard a card, choose a precious stone from your dropping, put it to hand. Do they run the gems in this dungeon? Oh, they do run one. That's kind of weird. I think this is kind of weird. I guess you can just keep recycling it with her, but I think it's kind of wasted space. But I don't know. I haven't tested this. I can't really. I tested Felty Rosa, but I haven't tested it with her in it, so I can kind of see. I do understand. See that again, where the draw stuff, people just are really pushing to get that draw as quickly as possible. Oh, they do run one of the gem here. I just noticed that. So they run one copy of the gem. They don't run the one copy of the ride line. They just run the gem copy. I guess just to instantly get this and then just recycle it with this. Okay, I'm kind of understanding that now that I see that. I didn't catch this. Now that I see that, this kind of makes more sense. Like it makes sense why they have like 4 cards that are just kind of like tech cards. And their last Felty Rosa deck is right here. Again, running also the one of right here, the one copy for the gem. Where's the actual? There's the gem. Do they run that grade 1 girl? They do not. They run this girl instead. I personally think this card is kind of not too great. I don't think you need it at 4 personally, but that's just me. I know it restands, but it doesn't gain any power or anything, so it can be like a very like you can restand and do absolutely nothing if your opponent lands a defense. That's just personal opinion. Other than that, they run the beautiful soul copy version. They don't run the grade 2. The one that countercharges in here. They're just going for straight like just this interesting push of gems. Then I believe these are draws. These are crits. These are draws too. So again, lots of draws. I think all 3 of these are draws. So well, either this is a crit or this is a draw. Okay, I don't remember exactly, but these are definitely draws. So they're going for that push, that push with just getting your draws, getting your pieces as quickly as possible, and also with keeping your soul up, keeping your soul going, and then with the gems kind of finish off the engine. Very, very interesting. I really like it. We do have one Ellis Steel. So this is the Ellis Steel list. I personally have not tested Ellis Steel. I'm just kind of showing it to you guys so you guys are aware it exists. I have no idea what this does. I think this gives you double wings. I think the other ones just give you crits and power and defense, whatever it is that they do. I don't know too much. I do notice that they're going straight brutality here, just straight crits, just trying to finish off the game as quickly as possible, as eventually your viewers do get crits on them, and there's just a lot of power behind that, and I guess it's just a big crit pressure deck. Don't know if you get to your stuff in time, and if you have like a draw issue with this deck. I don't know how much it draws. I do notice that the order isn't in here, and I don't know if you need it, but still very cool to see, very awesome. And that is pretty much our decks. To break it down to you guys that may not know exactly how like some of these engines work, kind of want to explain like what exactly people are trying to accomplish. Very interesting stuff. I thought the Felty Rosa ones were the most interesting. I think after that's Clarissa, and Lorone is probably the most standard, as everything kind of, there wasn't anything, any weird text in it, because honestly your push is just your orders, and your orders just kind of do the work for you, so you don't really need any weird text in there as much, but maybe there's something, I don't know. The Clarissa one was really interesting to see, seeing people just change some of their triggers around and stuff like that, so it's really cool. And that's pretty much it. Just kind of show you guys, and I kind of force myself to actually look at them in kind of a more in-depth analysis. Probably gonna take some of these and just try them out, see how they work, see how they function, just kind of see the beauty of Felty Rosa with gems, maybe without gems, all that stuff. I just think it's an interesting tech, and I will be testing these. Actually, I'll be testing them on stream tomorrow, so some of these lists. I didn't see a Ballista list, and I really hope to see a Ballista list. Maybe I'll create my own Ballista list and see like what we could make Ballista turn into. I know some people aren't really playing her because they don't think she's that great. I think she has potential, and since we literally just talked about all the lyrical ride lines, I thought I would also show you guys kind of what they look like in deck forms. So very cool stuff, very cool stuff. So other than that, guys, I'm gonna go head out. Gonna go do gonna go back to my brainstorming, all that stuff. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out, guys. Das vidanya, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.